Single Dating and God members. It is just another joy to be with you and to share another webinar as we go into these next few months trying to inspire one another and uplift one another and find out the treasures that this world has out there for us to absorb so that we can have better days. Welcome. This is Sonia Perry, president and founder of the Single Dating and God Ministry. This is another series of our webinar that I've done for you and for myself. We are outside. I'm enjoying some beautiful weather, and I hope that this webinar would be enlightening. I have a wonderful guest with me who has been an inspiration to me personally. He has just taken me to heights that I did not know that I had access to, and I wanted to introduce him to you, and so that you can grab some nuggets to extend your days and have more better days as well as I have. His name is Kevin Nixon. He is an inspirational humanitarian, and welcome, Kevin.
Hello, Sonia and your audience.
Just wanted to get you guys to feel the vibe of this gentleman, this great man of God. It's just an awesome thing to hear from a man that understands how valuable life really is. And so he's going to talk to us and going to share with us his work and his service, and sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride, inspirational ride. Kevin, what do you want people to know about you as it relates to the inspirational humanitarian? Explain that, please.
Okay. When I say inspirational humanitarian, of course we understand what the word inspire or inspirational means. And the humanitarian part of that is just that I want to reach out to human beings in a way that lets them know that they are an extension of the universal, the original universal force or source or God or whatever you call it. And when I say humanitarian, that's exactly what I mean, to inspire people to find within themselves that spirit that's always been in them, but has not been recognized by them.
Why is that so important to you?
Well, it's important because of what I observe as being unhappiness. Human beings, in my perspective or in my observation, are really unhappy. Now, of course, we wear a lot of masks that make us appear happy. We smile when we really want to frown. We frown when we should be smiling. And behind this wearing of the mask is, or we wear these masks because we don't know, again, that within us is a greater spirit or a greater soul, if you will. And it's been covered up because we come into this world, and the minute we come into this world, that spirit or a greater soul part of ourselves is covered up. And I don't believe that this world can reach this utopia that we all want, this nirvana or this view that Christ had for the world. Where man loves his fellow man, so forth and so on. I don't believe that we can reach that until we understand or tap into that greater spirit or that greater soul within ourselves. Until we do what has been said as being in the world, but not of the world.
Why? What got you interested in this? Made you, Kevin, made this heartfelt for you to strive to understand and learn, and then to even to share. What self awareness was the catapult that got you into this?
Well, I would have to say that actually comes from birth. I believe or accept that human beings are born with certain spirits or certain gifts or certain or a certain purpose, things that they are sent here by the source in order to manifest on the earth as their purpose. Even though the gifts and whatnot are actually coming from the original source of God, again, you put whatever name you want to put on it, it's sent through human beings. If you look at life, you see that all elevation in life, as well as, or evolution, going to a higher place, as well as de-elevation, when we go to a lower place, all of that happens to an individual through other human beings. And so when I say that it's something that's born in me, again, it's because we all come to the planet Earth in order to help our fellow human being elevate or evolve to a higher state, or to find that spirit or that greater spirit or that greater soul within themselves. So first, I believe that I was born into this, and then the proof to me of that is that along the way, I've always been interested in that greater spirit or that greater soul. That has always been my track, whether it's been through books, through listening to other people who have reached that state, through having a totally different perception of the things that the average people have the same perception about, meaning what it means to be a family, what it means to be in a relationship, what a relationship should look like, what a family should look like, so forth and so on. So even when you talk to me about things like that, my perspective is going to be somewhat different than most people's.
That's really quite interesting, and you probed me to think about some things myself. As far as my childhood, and why I am where I am because of my childhood, which is, I think that has some benefits. And it's when we talk about benefits, what benefits do you see, or you can foresee that a person that may not really understand what you're talking about, but may understand the benefits? Can you talk about what benefits that this can give us when we become aware of these things?
Okay, so very good question. So one of the major benefits, again, human beings, at least I've heard this all of my life, and I'm sure that most of you have heard people talk about this earth becoming a place of peace, or what some people call nirvana or utopia, so forth and so on like that. You can't get there, in my opinion. You cannot get there without without giving birth to this inner spirit that I'm talking about, or this greater spirit or this greater soul that I'm talking about. And when you give birth to that, what comes along with that is peace. And most people, when they talk about finding peace, they talk about maybe taking a vacation to the ocean, which is good. There's nothing wrong with it. I love the ocean. Or they talk about obtaining some material thing. But quickly and soon after you get those things, you're back out of peace again. So sustaining peace can only be obtained when you align yourself with what you are truly meant to be. That is the only way where you can get to sustaining peace. So that's one of the benefits from it. And then the other benefit from it is that you no longer partake in these thoughts and feelings that actually bring you down. Meaning, for instance, if something happened to you in the past, you hurt somebody or somebody hurt you, and you're feeling bad about the fact that you hurt somebody, and you're feeling bad about the fact that somebody hurt you. Once you tap into this spirit and this soul, those things drop away from you if you do the work. Now, you have to do the work. It's not something that you can do mentally to say, well, I'm there, and all of a sudden you're there. There's some work that's required for you to get to that level, for you to go to any level. If you go to one level, then you want to get to the next one. You want to get to the next level, because you want to get to this place of nirvana, or this peace. And it doesn't happen outside of you. In other words, you can't continue to look at other people and say, hey, you be peaceful. It has to happen with each individual looking within themselves and becoming peaceful within themselves. And so the benefit, again, of finding this spirit or this greater soul is that you obtain that peace, and it's a lasting peace.
Wow, I'm coming out of my seat. Oh my goodness. This is, you guys, SDG members, this is just part one of the interview. We're going to break this segment up because this is a mouthful, and I don't know, it could be too much for you to swallow at once. So we're going to break this interview up into segments, but this is part one with an inspirational humanitarian, which is Kevin Nixon. Kevin, that's amazing. I mean, just listening to you, I just felt energized, and that peace is something else. And I do believe that having peace is the engine that you need to keep going. And when you lose that, you do lose your alignment in some form, and you're not. And we weren't taught this. It's very rare on average that anyone is taught that. So I'm really, really excited that you've even extrapolated on that and let us know that that is one of the essential benefits